Millions of streams, multiple hits, and sold-out shows across the world. That's the ultimate dream for any artist, right? Or is it? This year, Steve Lacy has reached a global audience with one of the biggest songs of 2022, Bad Habits.
You have a #1 song right now.
If you spend any time on the internet, you've probably heard the popular sped-up version spreading across TikTok and Reels like wildfire. But recently, he's garnered attention for all sorts of strange behavior happening on his recent tour.
Can you say hi to my mom?
Can you be quiet?
The 24-year-old musician and producer has been referred to by many fans this year as a new artist, but Lacy's actually been making waves for many years now with widespread critical acclaim on his early projects like Steve Lacy's Demo and his work as part of LA R&B group The Internet. Their 2015 album Ego Death was even nominated for a Grammy. No big deal. Over the last 5 years, he's received praise from some of music's biggest name and has production credits on songs like Kendrick Lamar's Pride off 2017 album Damn. All of this whilst maintaining a steady flow of releases under his own name like the Lo-Fi's and 2019 album Apollo 21. This summer, we finally saw the release of Lacy's latest album Gemini Rights, released on July 15th, 2022. This is where things get interesting. In the age of social media, it's common practice for a label to use its resources to help promote a song with paid ads and influencer marketing. We've seen this with tracks like Olivia Rodrigo's Driver's License, where a song that blows up seemingly overnight is actually helped heavily by Rodrigo's financial backing and carefully targeted social media campaigns. But what's wrong with RCA using a similar approach with Lacy? Lacy, in contrast to Rodrigo, tends to skew towards a more alternative style, experimenting more with his projects and having a less polished appeal overall. His ideal audience of superfans is most likely very different to the typically younger, wider net of fans who could admire Olivia's work. You start to see a problem with his newfound level of success when lots of his audience members are seemingly more interested in catching a part of his viral moment, watching through iPhone screens instead of really immersing themselves in all Lacy has to offer. The behavior at his shows seems almost disrespectful in many ways, treating him like a zoo animal that they'll applaud once he's played the 30-second snippet of Bad Habits that's all over their feed. You see, TikTok has brought a new era to the music industry where it's more consumer-centric than it's ever been. Songs that are quirky and strange are becoming popular, and what was once seen as a perfect pop song for the masses doesn't always align with what actually rises to the top. Songs by themselves are becoming popular in our new world of short-form content, but what happens when the artists connected to these songs never wanted to be pop stars? Lacy's shows might be sold out, but what if the tour is filled with people who are there for nothing more than that song from TikTok? Success as an artist in the internet era, no pun intended, can come in so many shapes and sizes, but the career position Lacy has found himself in seems almost awkward to watch. His recent release of Bad Habits Sped Up shows his label doing what labels do best: grabbing money. It can be difficult to feel bad for an artist who you know is going to make lots of money from a song as successful as Bad Habits, but it does raise the question of what sort of climate are we heading towards? You have artists like Lil Nas X willing to embrace social media to not only promote his music but to show off his unique sense of humor, and people like Lacy on the other hand, who has rarely used his songs in his own TikToks and have the label or the machine doing a lot more of the heavy lifting. But is this a result he really wanted? Ultimately, we see the same patterns emerge that have always been seen in the music industry. The audience demands something, in this case very short, memeable moments within songs. The industry hesitantly adapts in order to continue making a profit, and the artist is left somewhere in between, figuring out how to meaningfully create and share their art whilst managing pressures from both sides. What's your take? I'd love to hear it in the comments.